April 11, 2026. Four astronauts splashed down into the Pacific, successfully completing Artemis 2, humanity's first crewed return to the lunar vicinity in over 50 years. For NASA, this splashdown isn't just a milestone, it's a green light to their most ambitious era of space exploration. The goal? To have a permanent human presence on the moon. But there is a massive engineering gap between orbiting the moon and landing on it. The responsibility of bridging it lies with two billionaires, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. While SpaceX has been a household name for years, Bezos' company came into limelight at the start of this decade with its 11 minutes joyride to the edge of the space for $500,000. But in January 2026, the company announced that it was pausing those rides entirely. No new flights, no new bookings for at least 2 years. So why? What changed? Today let's look at Blue Origin, how a secretive, often dismissed company became one of the most consequential players in this new era of space exploration. In 1982, the Miami Herald published valedictorian speeches of that year's graduating class. Tucked away in the text was a mention of a high school senior. The report noted, he wants to build space hotels, amusement parks, yachts, and colonies for 2 to 3 million people orbiting around the Earth. The teenager behind those words was Jeff Bezos. Bezos has often described Amazon as a lucky lottery ticket, a massive financial windfall that gave him the capital to pursue his true life's work. But if you look closely, Blue Origin isn't run like Amazon. At Amazon, the culture is day one, a philosophy of moving fast, experimenting, and embracing failure. But at Blue Origin, their motto is Cartatum Feroster, step by step, ferociously. During the first decade of the company's existence, very little was known about its mission. Bezos famously bought 165,000 acres of land in West Texas to keep their experiment a secret from outside world. Unlike traditional aerospace giants like Boeing or Lockheed Martin, who had vast web of outside suppliers, Boeing spent nearly 15 years becoming a vertically integrated powerhouse, building everything from its rockets component to engines in-house. While the world focused on SpaceX's high-profile attempts to land an orbital booster, Blue Origin quietly made history. On November 23, 2015, their New Shepard rocket became the first in the history to fly to space and perform a vertical landing back on Earth. It was a proof of concept that shifted industry's perspective. It proved that reusability of rockets was possible, which could considerably reduce the cost of space travel. Behind these 11 minutes joyride was a cold financial reality. For the first 2 decades of its existence, Blue Origin has been almost entirely funded by Jeff Bezos. But for the company to survive its next 20 years, it had to become a self-sustaining business. Therefore, in July 2021, the company took its next massive leap, its first ever crewed flight to the edge of the space. With Jeff Bezos and his brother Mark on board, the mission was the masterclass in public relations. The goal was simple, to strip away the fear factor related to space travel and generate confidence among public to build a sustainable tourism market. Space tourism became the strategic stepping stone. Every paying member funded another test flight. Every mission provided data on engine wear, safety protocols, and turnaround times. Tourism became this revenue generating engine, making them ready for serious space exploration. For the first 20 years, Blue Origin focused on its foundations. But since the start of this decade, the gears have shifted. The company has emerged as the serious contender in space exploration. This became clear when they secured a $3.4 billion contract to build the new moon lander for NASA's Artemis 5 mission. However, moon is only half the story. In January 2026, company unveiled TeraWave, a massive network of 5,000 satellites built to deliver 6 terabytes of data per second. While services like Amazon Leo or SpaceX's Starlink focus on bringing internet to your home, TeraWave is built for heavy lifters like governments or global corporations. It is also designed to serve as the backbone for data centers in orbit. With the success of Artemis 2, the timeline for the moon is now set in stone. To meet these goals, Blue Origin has decided to put a 2-year halt on its space tourism business, mothballing New Shepard to redirect every engineer and every dollar towards New Glenn and the Blue Moon lander. This is where Blue Origin stands today. What started as a science fiction dream of a high school boy has become one of the most influential companies driving the next era of space exploration. Thanks for watching.